DAI might be a good investment decision. Find out why. Is DAI a good investment as a stablecoin that intends to improve loan access? DAI is a cryptocurrency that has recently been the topic of much discussion. Where is it headed? Before we discuss what others are saying about the DAI coin, we'll first give you a brief overview of the coin. DAI is one of two native tokens of the MakerDAO network. The other is called MKR, and it acts much like in the same way as a lot of other cryptos do because it's a governance token. But the topic of discussion for today is DAI, so is it a good investment? Let's find out. But first, let's talk a bit about MKR. What's DAI? Holders of the MKR have the ability to vote on network improvements, and the more MKR you own, the more voting power you have. MKR also serves as an investment in MakerDAO, where people utilize the interest they earn on MKR loans to acquire MKR, which they can then burn. MKR's price should, in principle, remain stable because token burning produces scarcity. Now, DAI is a bit unique since it isn't a typical cryptocurrency that's volatile. DAI is a stablecoin, which means that it's connected to a fiat currency's value. DAI is tied to the US dollar in this instance. In other words, the DAI cryptocurrency's price should ideally remain quite stable at $1. Currently, there isn't much volatility in the value of DAI, at least when compared to other non-stable cryptos, but that doesn't always happen, as we shall see later. Rune Christensen, a businessman from Denmark, launched MakerDAO in 2014. It's what is referred to as a digital autonomous organization, or DAO, which is a program with an integrated feature to help people manage their code. DAOs are almost always based on the Ethereum blockchain. It's used in decentralized finance, DeFi, which is ultimately responsible for the success of cryptocurrencies. DeFi gives users the ability to conduct financial transactions without using banks. According to the World Bank, there are approximately 1.7 billion individuals without bank accounts. That's more people than the amount of hair on my uncle's head. This, in principle, helps people transfer money worldwide without having to pay commission costs and remittance service fees. MakerDAO was created to make it possible for people to get loans using cryptocurrencies as security. Since MakerDAO backs the DAI token, the loans themselves are made in DAI. DAI is unique compared to many stablecoins since it's not backed by a for-profit organization. If you're curious about how DAI maintains a price that's close to the dollar, it's because MakerDAO has put up a number of smart contracts. These are computer programs with contracts that, once the conditions are satisfied, automatically go into effect. In this instance, the smart contract is put into action to ensure that the DAI cryptocurrency's value doesn't go too high or too low. It's important to keep in mind that DAI is also used for loans and does charge interest, so those who retain the coin might profit from that as well. Since we're here for DAI and not MakerDAO, be sure to click on the bell icon to turn your push notifications on so you're alerted when we make an upload on it. Done? Alright, let's carry on with the video. Why choose a stablecoin like DAI? According to the white paper, DAI offers economic freedom and opportunity to anybody, everywhere, and is immune to hyperinflation thanks to its low volatility, a promise that appeals to most users and investors. The Maker protocol is one of the biggest dApps on the Ethereum blockchain and the first decentralized finance application to experience widespread acceptance. It was created by a diverse group of participants, including developers from the Maker Foundation and its outside partners. As we've already explained, DAI is a stablecoin linked to the US dollar. This indicates that it should ideally always be valued at $1. As a result, $1 should also be the DAI price projection for 2022 and beyond. We can see from the pricing history of DAI that it has generally been successful. For instance, there are just over 14 cents between the all-time high of $1.09 on March 13, 2020 and the all-time low of 0.96 cents on the dollar on February 19, 2020. That's a fairly narrow price range when compared to other, more unstable cryptocurrencies. That said, there have been some fluctuations in its price, although nothing like the volatility we normally see when looking at cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, which came down from an all-time high of $60,000 to $23,000 at the end of July 2022. Multi-collateral DAI, the DAI that we are familiar with now, was released fairly recently in November 2019. The single collateral DAI, which it replaced, could only accept Ethereum as collateral for its loans, but the new DAI is prepared to accept a variety of cryptocurrencies. On November 22, 2019, it made its debut and had a value of 0.9974 cents on the dollar. Before ending at 0.9926 cents on the dollar on that particular day, it saw an intraday low of 0.9722 and an intraday high of $1.03. DAI did quite well despite a market-wide crisis in mid-May that caused Terra USD to lose its dollar peg. The DAI token hit a low of 0.9942 cents on the dollar during the commotion, but stabilized within days. The price of the token at the end of July 2022 is $1. In terms of market capitalization, it ranks 4th behind Binance, USD Coin, and Tether. But is it a good investment? Is DAI a good investment? It may be, but keep in mind that the primary function of the DAI coin is as a value store, so ideally its price shouldn't increase. Having said that, you must do your own homework because DAI isn't perfect. One of the biggest concerns people have with DAI is that it isn't backed by US dollars in a bank account like most stablecoins. Instead, it's backed by collateral on the Maker platform, which could be a hassle for you in case the DAI credit system is upgraded or shut down. DAI holders may need to convert their DAI to Ethereum through the Maker platform. You can learn more about it at makerdao.com/whitepaper. DAI is the way to go if you don't have the stomach for coins with an unpredictable attitude, like that one friend with multiple personalities you used to have back in high school. I'm talking about you, Becky. DAI's creators uphold the price stability of the cryptocurrency, and MakerDAO has been able to effectively limit price fluctuation and govern transactions. Additionally, stablecoins for DAI are created on their specific platform, so they're not reliant on some other platform, so it's safe in that sense as well. Other cryptocurrencies are also accepted on its platform in return for security. DAI can also be bought with fiat currency through authorized crypto exchanges. You can buy DAI on a number of exchanges, such as Coinbase or Binance. If you'd like to join Coinbase and support the channel, use the link in the description, but always remember to do your own research too. Do you want to invest in DAI? This is an important question to explore before making any form of cryptocurrency investment. Well, we can say one thing for sure. Your transactions and investments are always secure since DAI is directly correlated to the US dollar, and so that helps it wave off price fluctuations. Coins of this kind can also be used as security for other transactions. Because DAI is powered by Ethereum technology, every transaction is safe. Additionally, you can buy any Ethereum asset with this token. You may also use DAI tokens as collateral for the continued usage of any decentralized apps created utilizing Ethereum technology. Let's examine a few other advantages and benefits of investing in DAI in addition to the advantages of decentralized finance and blockchain technology. One benefit is the potential for passive income. Investments in stable currencies have this as their main advantage. A longer holding time is also made possible for investors who purchase stable coins. DAI gives its investors variable interest while they are holding these coins and is set up to routinely deposit these sums into investors' accounts, so you're free to keep earning and take money out as needed. Users of DAI can maintain the security of their transactions thanks to an integrated wallet where every investor can complete their transaction and buy investment assets thanks to a dual authentication mechanism and other security precautions, so you won't need to be worried about your kids or wife stealing your money. Conclusion. Ultimately, DAI is adaptable and enables investors to make money when they are on the road. Cryptocurrency price stability is taken care of, and getting your hands on some DAI will even give you access to Ethereum-based resources. By staking your coins, you even have the option to make passive income. This means you can use your investment to make money while you're on the go and use stablecoins to buy any other tools or software. One drawback of DAI investments is their lack of liquidity. The main liquidity issue in this situation is that DAI is a stablecoin that cannot be created or redeemed for $1. In the end, it isn't really steady when things get tough. DAI is used as collateral, and Ethereum is often valued more than the dollar. Aside from that, it's not a currency that you can use to earn major gains, unlike some other cryptocurrencies. Being a stablecoin, it's designed to be tied to $1, which may be helpful if you want to get your yearly returns on your DAI investments using something like Binance's staking feature. If you found this video helpful, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for future videos. Please also leave a comment below to tell us what you think about DAI as an investment. Also, if the crypto world interests you and you want to learn more about it to hone your crypto skills, follow the link in the description to support the channel and gain access to our intensive crypto course. Alternatively, if you want to know how DAI compares to USDC, check out our video on everything you need to know about USDC to draw up a comparison between the two.